Harry,
His
Harry,
name.
Harry. Harry. We will celebrate in a few days the splashdown of that those astronauts that went the farthest that man has gone. They have circled the moon and they are on their way back home. Harry, gravity is going to be pulling them back down. Gravity is a powerful thing, Harry. And for the PNP, it creates a kind of political gravity. Every attempt they make to rise, every attempt to reset, every attempt to rebrand, every attempt to reconnect must now push against the weight of that suspicion, the suspicion that they are a bunch of crooks. And worse, Harry, any misstep, however small, is no longer an isolated event. It is absorbed into the existing narrative. The narrative that this is who they are. It's the political gravity that they have to be pushing against, Harry. How are they going to survive and splash down coming from this? Isn't this the real danger that the party faces? The political gravity that keeps pulling them into this perception that they are not a good set.
Well, the truth about it, in a neighbor, in this context, I love to look at gravity as the correction factor, right? Because for every time they try to do something, there's a correction that comes with it.
Yes.
And I have to see it that way. And it's a good thing for Jamaica, no doubt about it.
Yes.
Because what it does, it reminds us inadvertently and also unconsciously. It is something that will happen almost naturally right now. And that is good for our process. It's good for our governance. It's good for our framework that governs this country. Right? And it should be a warning as well for the opposition. One that they should take heed. Now, the beautiful thing about all of this, neighbor, is that it highlights the People's National Party reluctance to accept correction. It speaks to their adamant and arrogant nature, their entitlement that the people of Jamaica is saying to them every single time. For the last 3 elections, they've gotten that reminder. That is gravity.
Yes.
Right? That is showing them that Jamaica has moved beyond. And the thing about it, neighbor, is that unless they accept the impact
By
of
the way,
that,
your background is a little noisy. Could you wind up your windows or something?
Let me give me 10 seconds.
Yeah, not a problem. Boy, I tell you, isn't it fascinating that we were able to put men so far out in space, get them to circle the moon, and bring them back down to the earth? Isn't that fascinating, man? Boy, I tell you, it is an amazing feat.
Are you hearing me, neighbor?
Yes, it's a little better, but I know we have to work with it. I understand what is happening. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. So with the whole aspect of it, it is something we have to appreciate in our current system, right? But I'll say to the opposition, take heed, right? Yield to the natural order of our system. This is not one that they can change the trajectory. It is no longer in their power. And as such, to be viable, to be relevant, because they're fighting for relevance. And the thing about it, they're getting the relevance for the wrong things. And I don't know how much more ways the people of Jamaica and what is happening, I want to say almost naturally, is pointing to them that they have to change. It's pointing to them that they need to yield to the natural order of
don't
things.
know
And you
how
said,
much
you know,
more
we've
ways
gone
people
to
of
the
Jamaica
moon and we've gone to other
and
places, but I'm getting a feedback there, neighbor.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Yeah, It's a little
Oh.
rough. Your background is a little rough too. I don't know. We're hearing the tires. How far are you from
No.
settling down?
About 2 minutes. I actually have somebody driving beside me. One of those pickups.
Oh, hold on.
So I
Close your mic.
can't leave it.
Close your mic a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's take this. Let's take this and then we go back into Harry.
they pioneers, all of you, and one of them happens to be a neighbor. You know who that is, right? You have a special person over there, a neighbor, and we like our neighbor.
We like our neighbor. The president of the United States said we like our neighbor. did you hear that? Listen to it again. Listen to it again. Listen.
To be a neighbor, you know who that is, right? You have a special person over there, a neighbor, and we like our neighbor.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, President Trump. We like.
Oh gosh!
Until Harry comes back, neighbor.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Until
like
Harry
neighbor.
comes back. Just one thing before Harry comes back in. I am concerned in a neighbor.
Yes.
I'm very concerned. And the people who are listening tonight, please remember my voice saying these words. I am concerned that when the next report is released on Jamaica's Perception of Corruption Index, the numbers, we might not like them. They might stay the same. Chances are, if they're grading hard, the number might dip. But you know who is to be blamed for that, neighbor? Guess
Yes.
I said who is to be blamed for the perception of corruption in Jamaica. And when the next one for the freedom of the press comes out, it is also going to be very, very instructive, because only the PNP threaten media openly in their press conferences, or have them attorneys write media to shut down media. And I bet you, to show you how barefaced the PNP are, I bet you they're going to release statement if the numbers change downward. That, the government and how Jamaica's press freedom has fallen under the government. And they are never going to take responsibility for the part they play single-handedly in affecting Jamaica's index on the scale as it relates to the perception of corruption in the country. They will never take accountability when the last 15 years or 12 years, it is only the PNP. You hear mix up in a $1 billion yes of a water trucker over there so around there. So only the PNP, but they will never take responsibility for their actions, and they are going to deflect as often as they can, as much as they can. And I bet you Jamaica will be affected by these corrupt acts of the People's National Party.